Good Sunday morning to everybody. Hope your weekend has been going great. Hope you enjoyed some good football. I thought we had some good championship games this weekend. We'll go over those. Good games, crazy things happened. Had some top 25 upsets in basketball also. We'll go over that. Got a lot of news items to go over. Just under an hour from now, CFP selection show. They will tell us who is in the playoff, who is out. And then a couple hours later, they'll start going over all the bowl games and we'll see who's going to be in there. Before we start, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Let's get to it. James Madison, they have hired former Florida and Louisiana head coach Billy Napier. Napier was 22 and 23 in 4 years at Florida. However, before Florida, you probably remember this. When he was at Louisiana, Louisiana was a force in the Sun Belt. He was 40 and 12 there, including 4 Sun Belt championship games. So James Madison says, hey, he did great in the Sun Belt. He'll probably do great at our school. He's replacing Bob Chesney, who took off for UCLA. Sacramento State head coach Brennan Marion, he's leaving that to become the new OC at Colorado. UAB names interim coach Alex Mortensen as their new head coach. Mountain West Conference, they extend Commissioner Gloria Navarez's contract to 4 more years. Georgia Tech offensive coordinator Buster Faulkner headed to Florida to be their new OC. Penn State, they hire Iowa State's head coach Matt Campbell as their new head coach. Must have been money, because I remember for years now, Matt Campbell says, I'm not leaving here. So, this always talks. But could have been something else. Who knows? Maybe Iowa State didn't want to update it to some facilities or something. Who knows? Minnesota, they fired D-line coach Dennis Doughton Carter. He is out as D-line coach. Quarterback Max Johnson, been around forever. He's entering the transfer portal again. He played at LSU, Texas A&M, North Carolina most recently. Guess he's not happy there, or he wants some more money. Who knows? Anyway, he's in the transfer portal again. Arkansas hires Memphis OC Tim Cramsey as their new offensive coordinator. Florida State, they fired defensive back coach Patrick Surtain. And they got rid of him. Talked about Matt Campbell leaving for Penn State. Well, Iowa State, they got themselves a new coach. They hired Washington State head coach Jimmy Rogers. That was his first year at Washington State. He came from South Dakota State, where he won a national championship there. Baylor, they are hiring Doug McNamee as their new athletic director. Right now he's the president of Field and Stream. I'm guessing Field and Stream magazine. I think they also got some apparel too, outdoor apparel to wear. Anyway, he's going to be their new AD. He actually worked there at Baylor from 2012 to 2018. Left for a few years to go work for Magnolia, Chip and Joanne's big empire they got. But Baylor hired him back as their new AD. Some basketball news. Unfortunately, USC guard Marion Dickerson, he's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks because he got injured his hip in the Oregon game this past week. All right, so let's go over some of these championship games here. Like I said, we had some good ones. On Friday, American Championship, number 20 Tulane beat number 24 North Texas 34-21. Retzlaff for Tulane, 145 passing yards, no touchdowns, but he did run for 2. McClure, 121 rushing yards and a touchdown. Mesta Baker for North Texas, 294 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, but he threw 3 picks. Coleman, 125 receiving yards and a touchdown. Tulane's Rogers, 35-yard pick, 6 for him. Their defense had 2 interceptions, 5 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 5 total turnovers is what they forced. Tulane kicker Durkin, 10 points in that game. Tulane was in control of this game. I don't know if you saw any of it. 31-7 in the third quarter. North Texas did try to make a comeback. They scored 14 in the second half, but came up short in that one. Sun Belt Championship. Number 25, James Madison beat Troy 31-14. The way Troy played early in the year, I didn't think they had a chance of making the Sun Belt, but they made it. James Madison's Barnett, 93 passing yards and a touchdown. Ran for 85 yards and a touchdown. Knight, 212 rushing yards and a touchdown. Hell of a game for him. Troy's Meadows and Crowder, they scored rushing TDs. Troy, negative 26 rushing yards. That was kind of a theme this weekend, this championship weekend. A lot of teams, their run game just got stuffed. Some not very many yards and some negative yards too. I mean, it's kind of crazy how it happened this weekend. 17-14 at halftime. Fourth quarter until the fourth quarter, James Madison scored 14, both under 20 first downs in that game. Both were horrible on third down. James Madison, 93 passing yards only, but 318 rushing yards in that game. Troy, 203 passing yards, but as we mentioned, negative 26 on the rushing side. Conference USA Championship, Kennesaw State, 19, Jacksonville State, 15. Odom for Kennesaw State, 246 passing yards and a touchdown. Bennett had a rushing touchdown. Jacksonville State's Creel, 96 passing yards, no touchdowns, but he did run for 112 and a touchdown. Cook had a rushing touchdown. Neither team got over 319 in total yards. Game was 10-0 heading into the fourth quarter. And I think Kennesaw State, I think they went 2-10 last year, and then they got to the championship game this year. Excuse me. Trying to get over a cold. About sick of these colds. Mountain West. Boise State beat UNLV 38-21. Madsen came back and played. I thought UNLV was going to win this game. And then when I saw Madsen was coming back, I was like, if he's almost 100%, Boise State got a chance to win this game, and they did. He had 289 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for a touchdown. They missed him this season. You could tell because Boise State should have only had one. If he would have been playing, Boise State may have lost a game or maybe 2. But, yeah, you could tell they missed him those few weeks he was out. UNLV, Colin Dreya, 225 passing yards and a touchdown. Ran for 66 and a touchdown. Boise State was 10 for 16 on third down. Only 3 penalties in this game. UNLV, 4 for 14 on third down. 9 penalties in that game. Basketball on Friday, number 11 Gonzaga beat number 18 Kentucky 94-59. Gonzaga's Ike, 28 points, 10 rebounds. Huff behind him, 20 points. They shot 57% from the field. They had 12 more rebounds and 10 points off of turnovers. Kentucky's Owa, 16 points, 5 rebounds, followed by Chandler, who had 11 points. They only shot 27% from the field. Moving on to Saturday. MAC championship game. Western Michigan beat Miami of Ohio 23-13. Lowry for Western Michigan, 111 passing yards. Buckley, 193 on the ground, plus 2 touchdowns. One of them was a 67-yard touchdown. Kicker Domishk, 11 points in that game. Nice game for him. He definitely helped them win. Hessen for Miami of Ohio, 107 passing yards. Yeah, touchdown pass to Weaver. Brumson had a rushing touchdown. Broncos defense, 4 sacks, 6 tackles for loss. Held Miami of Ohio to 272 total yards. They had the ball 10 more minutes than Miami of Ohio did. Big 12 championship game. I thought this was going to be a good game. I really did. Turns out not so much. Texas Tech, number 4 Texas Tech beats number 11 BYU 34-7. Morton for Texas Tech, 215 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Those touchdown passes were to Aiken. Dickey had a rushing touchdown. Kicker Harrington, 14 points. Nice game for him. Bachmeier from BYU. Didn't look like the Bachmeier we've seen all year. 115 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Martin had a rushing touchdown, but that was in the first quarter, and that was it. That's all they did. Texas Tech defense, 2 sacks, 8 tackles for loss. Roberts, he picked off 2 passes, so he had 2 interceptions. Held BYU to 14 first downs, 200 total yards. Forced 4 turnovers. Rodriguez, the defensive guy who's always campaigning for Heisman, 13 tackles in this game. Texas Tech, I think they're gonna be a force in this playoff. Don't know if they'll make it all the way to the national championship game, but I would not be surprised if they made it deep into the playoff. This one, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know who was going to win this one. SEC championship game, number 3 Georgia beats number 9 Alabama 28-7. Gunnar Stockton, 156 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Frazier had a rushing touchdown. Randy Bell, Robinson all had TD catches. Simpson for Alabama, 212 passing yards and a touchdown. Pass was to Bernard in the fourth quarter. Georgia defense, man, God, I was surprised every time they made a play and were getting back up off the ground. They didn't just bitch slap Alabama. I mean, that's how. They hurried Simpson 19 times, 7 tackles for loss, interception, held Alabama to 11 first downs, 3 for 14 on third down, -3 rushing yards. Georgia also had the ball for 13 more minutes than Alabama. I thought Alabama was going to play well, but man, that Georgia defense, that was something else. Pretty incredible performance. This was a great game, unless you're a Buckeye fan. Big Ten championship game, number 2. Iowa beats number 1 Ohio State. Mendoza, 15 for 23, 222 passing yards, touchdown, interception. Starrett had the touchdown catch. Their kicker, Roddick, I think I say it, 7 points in this game. Sayin for Ohio State, 21 for 29, 258 passing yards, touchdown, and an interception. Tate had the TD catch. Kicker Fielding, 4 points in this game, missed a field goal. The game could have maybe gone into overtime, but he missed that field goal, went a little to the left. Both defenses, though, they stepped up in this game. They made plays when they had to, especially in the red zone. The red zone seemed to be the Achilles heel for both teams. Indiana in the first half, Ohio State in the second half. Just, I don't know what happened inside that red zone. IU, 5 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. Held the Buckeyes to 4 for 12 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down, 17 first downs, 58 rushing yards, and a turnover. Ohio State held Indiana to 17 first downs, 6 for 13 on third down, turnover, 3 sacks, and 4 tackles for loss. First Big Ten championship for Iowa since 1967. And they snapped a 30-game losing streak to Ohio State. So like I said, that was a pretty incredible game. Unless you're a Buckeye fan, you're probably pissed. But hey, still in the playoff, though. And then the ACC championship game went into overtime. Duke beat number 17 Virginia 27-20 and threw a wrench in all the playoff brackets and everything. Mensa, 19 for 25, 2 touchdowns to Hasley. Shepard, 97 rushing yards and a touchdown. Kicker Polino had 8 points. Excuse me. Damn. Cold medicine just does not work anymore. NyQuil, all that is just a waste of freaking money. That stuff used to work, but then kids started drinking it to get high, and now it doesn't work at all. It's all smoke and mirrors now. Snake oil. Cold medicine is now snake oil. Virginia's Morris, 21 for 40, 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Taylor and Wood had TD catches for Virginia. Duke, only 18 first downs, 6 for 16 on third down, 4 for 4, though, on fourth down. They had 8 penalties, had the ball 10 minutes longer than Virginia. Virginia, however, 25 first downs, 7 for 15 on third down, 1 for 2 on fourth down. This game was tied at 20 at the end of the fourth. Duke scored a touchdown in the overtime to win. All right, FCS playoffs, second round. Villanova beat Lehigh 14-7. Neither team scored until the third quarter. And Lehigh, even though they lost, their offensive stats, their numbers post-game, were a lot better than Villanova. South Dakota beats Mercer 47-0. Bowman, 13 for 18, 241 passing yards, 2 touchdowns for South Dakota. Phillips Jr., 160 on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Fletcher ran for 107. Didn't score a touchdown, but he still moved the ball for him. Booz, 2 catches for 108 yards. He had a 63-yard touchdown catch. Finner, 4 catches for 100 yards, and he had a 66-yard touchdown catch. 550 total yards. Mercer, 4 turnovers in this game. North Dakota State Bison, the king of the FCS football, the championships they got, they lost. They lost to Illinois State 29-28. North Dakota State, they actually were in control of this game. 14-0 in the first quarter. Illinois State did fight back. It was 21-14 at halftime. Illinois State outscored them 15-7 in the fourth quarter. Rittenhouse for Illinois State, 249 passing yards, 3 touchdowns to Sabkowitz, who had 67 receiving yards. However, Rittenhouse, after all that, still threw 5 interceptions in that game. It's probably why they only won by 1 point. But 5 interceptions, and they still won the game. Dawson ran for 137 and a touchdown. Even with the mistakes, though, Illinois State defense helped them to win. Held the Bison to 6 first downs, 2 for 13 on third down, 120 total yards. That is those numbers, offensive numbers, are unheard of for North Dakota State. I mean, that's just crazy. And Illinois State had the ball for 42 minutes in this game. That is just crazy. I mean, those stats are just freaking crazy. Bad day for the state of North Dakota because North Dakota also lost. Lost to Tarleton State 31-13. Tarleton State's Gabelis, 292 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Willis had 4 catches for 133 yards and a touchdown. So bad day for the people of North Dakota. Montana State beat Yale 21-13. Montana State's Jones, 107 rushing yards and a touchdown. Long had a scoop and score on a fumble. Montana, they beat South Dakota State 50-29. K.I. Yacht for Montana, 360 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. 2 of them to Rocker Jr. Gilman, 135 on the ground and 2 touchdowns. San Diego State or South Dakota State's Mason, touchdown pass and ran for 2 touchdowns. Stephen F. Austin, Texas battle. Stephen F. Austin beat Abilene Christian 41-34. Stephen F. Austin's Vidlock, 357 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Wembley had 2 rushing touchdowns. Abilene Christian's Vaughn, 100 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns. So he had a pretty damn good game. UC Davis beat Rhode Island 47-26. UC Davis's Pinnock, 277 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. Ran for 99. Jones caught 2 of those touchdown passes. Fisher ran for 140 and a touchdown. Rhode Island's Farrell, 294 passing yards, 2 touchdown passes to Buchanan, who had 113 receiving yards. Littleton Jr., 123 on the ground, 2 touchdowns. And the SWAC championship. Prairie View A&M beat Jackson State 23-21. Prairie View A&M's Peters, 294 passing yards, touchdown. Also ran for 100 and a touchdown. Jackson, only 10 first downs, 2 for 10 on third down. Had the ball for 17 less minutes than Prairie View. All right, yesterday basketball. Number 10, Iowa State beat number 1, Purdue, 81-58. Iowa State's, let's see if I can say his name, Momcilovic, that did it. 20 points. Tour behind him, 13 points, 5 rebounds. They shot 54% from the field, hit 11 three-pointers, 17 points off of turnovers. Purdue Smith led the way, only 11 points though. 11 points, 5 rebounds. Clough and Jacobson behind him, 10 points each. They shot 41% from the field. Number 4, Duke beat number 7, Michigan State by 6. Duke's Bouger, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Foster behind him, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 38% from the field. That's crazy. Number 7, Michigan State. Cooper, 16 points, 16 rebounds. That's not bad. Collier behind him, 14 points, 7 rebounds. They shot 32% from the field. Number 6, Louisville beat number 22, Indiana, 87-78. Indiana probably didn't care because they are Big Ten champions of football. Cornwall, 21 points for Louisville. McNeely and Hadley behind him, 15 points. They shot 46% from the field. Indiana's DeVries, 26 points. Doran came off the bench, scored 15. They shot 41% from the field. Washington beat number 24, USC, 84-76. Washington Steinbach, 24 points, 16 rebounds. Hell of a game for him. Claude behind him, 22 points. They shot 45% from the field. They got 14 more rebounds and 13 points off of turnovers. USC led by Baker Masra, 21 points. They shot 37% from the field. Number 14, Illinois beat number 13, Tennessee, 75-62. Illinois' Luswick and Wagler, 16 points each. They shot 48% from the field, hit 11 three-pointers in this game. They got 8 points off of turnovers. Gillespie, high score for Tennessee, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. They shot 37% from the field, hit 6 three-pointers. They grabbed 15 more rebounds than Illinois did, but they also had more fouls. Number 2, Arizona beat number 20, Auburn, 97-68. Arizona's Pete, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Burries and Bradley's, 16 points each. They shot 61% from the field, 21 points off of turnovers for the Wildcats. Auburn's Pettiford led the way, 30 points. He hit 5 three-pointers in this game. They shot 33%. All right, I tell you, you got some good basketball today. Noon, ESPN2. 8-1 Missouri playing their rival, number 21 Kansas. 1 p.m. on the SEC Network. 4-4 UTSA, but they're playing number 12 Alabama. 2 p.m. on ESPN2. Looks like ESPN2's got the good games today. Number 19 Texas Tech versus 8-0 LSU. 4 p.m. ESPN. 6-2 Georgetown versus number 16 North Carolina. 8 p.m. ESPN Plus. That's basketball. 2-6 North Florida plays number 11 Gonzaga. All right, that's it. Like we said, just here shortly, CFP Selection Show will be on. I'm sure all the guys will be talking for 30 minutes first before they release anything like usual. And then, the bowl games. They're going to be set today, so we're going to know who's going where, who's playing who. We will be back probably Thursday or Friday, depending on what happens at work this week. We'll go over CFP. Not going to go over every bowl game, but the ones that are kind of intriguing. And then, of course, Army-Navy is next Saturday. We'll go over FCS playoffs. And we'll also go over top 25 basketball. Who won, who lost, and who's playing the next weekend. So, Monday, again, tomorrow. Comes every week. Unfortunately, it sucks, but stay busy. Keep your head down. And, before you know it, the weekend will be here again. There may be, because we're getting close to Christmas break, so I'm not sure who all's out yet, but you never know. There might be some daytime college basketball you can watch on your computer at work during the week to help get you through it. Anyway, stay safe, have fun, keep busy. We'll see you back later in the week.